Taste and bodybuilding don't go together. Some people need to forget about that. I'm talking about myself here, of course. Now, everyone can do whatever they think is best. I don't care. If you want to go really far and reach where I did, unfortunately, you have to go about it this way. No flavors, no salt, no pepper, no adding a bit of cream, no adding things to give taste. Taste and bodybuilding don't go together. If you want to be a Spartan, you'll eat your rice, your chicken, plain and tasteless. Let me put it simply. No salt, no pepper, nothing. Just like that, and that's it. And he tells me, I'll get back to you in a day, and in half an hour, he calls again. Because he saw the condition, he went crazy. He says, I'll make him a professional right now.
Why did you leave it?
My issues started a bit, you know? I had some minor problems, a bit with my kidneys, a bit with my liver, a bit here, a bit there. Let's be honest about it. And Yanis also Sakarakis was very upset and told me, I'm sorry, I couldn't put you on stage, said Sakarakis Yanis. Michalis Kefalianos couldn't go on stage or receive an award because he's part of another federation. Ridiculous things, guys. As soon as they told me that, my legs gave out.
Want to say something about dating? Welcome to MuscleTalk. I'm Kefalianos Konstantinos, founder of ShapeStar, joined today by top Greek bodybuilder, Mr. Michalis Kefalianos. Mr. Michalis, thank you.
I'm honored to finally meet you in person, my friend.
We also train together.
Well, of course, of course.
Very good, symmetrical, all sides, let's say.
We nailed all the angles just fine.
So, Mr. Michalis, I've wanted this for a long time. I've sent you a message to do the episode, and I believe people want this. So, do you want us to mention how you started and generally what difficulties you faced? Because you reached the stage of Mr. Olympia, which no other Greek has reached in the open category. So, do you want us to start? Do you want to say something?
Good evening to everyone watching. I wish you all the best and a happy, healthy new year. That's the most important thing, right? And guys, I wish you all the best this year. Successes, not failures.
Failures happen.
They happen, but I want more successes.
Yes. So, Mr. Michalis, let's get started. I would like you to tell me in general from when you first started in sports, and then we can move on to bodybuilding.
My athletic career began after I finished the army when I was about 21 or 22. I gradually started going to the gyms because I had a role model, let's say my brother Antonis the Great, because he also used to do bodybuilding in the past. I just had him as an example. So I really liked it and I thought I should get into it a bit because my brothers were telling me, and my friends too, hey, take it a bit more seriously, you're doing well. That's how I began going to gyms on my own at 22.
Wasn't there any reason for insecurity about girls?
No, nothing like that, nothing like that.
And what were gyms like back then? Did they exist?
Here, we should say that in the past, gyms were just iron gyms, purely old school. Now, of course, the new gyms are way more advanced. Forget it, it's not the same anymore. We started with weights, bars, and pure iron free weights.
Here in Kos, where was it and who opened it?
The first gym I came across was actually owned by the Solakidis, and then it was owned by Kostoglakis, Georgos Kostoglakis, and the Solakidis were kind of together. Davidon Palacios opened one too. Those three were the top in Kos who had the gyms. That's where we started our journey too.
How was it when you arrived?
It was a place that was very old. It was a lot for me. I mean, I can speak for myself and for the kids. Of course, it was real. The kids would come in and give it their all. They truly gave their soul.
Were there only men?
Only men. There were no women. That was rare back then, of course. Now it's the opposite. It's 50-50. But in the past, it was only men. And man, they would go in and give it their all, really, literally giving it their all.
Did they have fighters in the gym back then?
They didn't have fighters. They had some great athletes, but not many fighters. The only one who was really into sports was Davios Balatsas. Back then, we're talking about that time, and Georgos Kostoglakis too, they were into sports. They did sports back then.
So we're talking about when you were 22. What year was that? Do you remember?
We're talking about 93 to 94, around there. That's when I got a bit into weightlifting. Things started off well, of course.
What did you say? Who was your role model?
My brother Antonis, who encouraged me to start training, is my role model.
Didn't you have a Greek one?
No, I was only watching. The others pushed me.
There were some.
There were actually quite a lot. Okay, of course, I didn't know many back then. I was just a kid. I was also inexperienced with the sport, let's be honest.
You didn't have magazines back then.
I didn't have magazines. Magazines were very hard to find. That's right. And of course, the big motivation for everyone around the world and all over Greece is Arnold. That's where everyone began, calling Arnold the best and greatest. Let's be honest, everyone started from there. As an idol, and he's still an idol.
Of course.
Of course.
Now I want you to tell me, how do you see things there in the field? What kept you involved? To get more actively engaged? I mean, more intensively?
Honestly, I didn't go for it.
Did you love it right away? Right away?
Yes, I loved it. I started going to the gym at 22, and even now at 54 or 55, I still work out and never stop. It's my love, it's my passion, it's a place of worship. Let me put it that way. I've given my soul here, even if the whole world is burning. The weights, that's it.
The temple we talked about.
The temple, as you said. And so along the way, I started going to the gym regularly. I saw myself improving day by day, becoming better. No diets, nothing. I was just in good shape back then. I worked a lot in construction. I was very fit. My legs were on fire. Everyone talked about them then because I used to climb 3- and 4-story buildings for fun. My job as a marble worker was very hard work.
Now, if someone does that, they'll say that they can't train, they're resting.
I don't think so. Doing construction work and then going to lift weights afterwards, forget it. I find it a bit difficult. I don't know where he found the strength and everything to do it.
I think we'll talk about that in this video today.
Of course.
Most people tend to make excuses, saying things like, I work there, so...
Excuses are a joke now. We treat them as such.
So I want you to tell me now. You start the gym at 22. When do you see your first match? When do you go? When was your first contact?
A match? I played exactly, if I'm not mistaken, either in 2000 and 2000 I played at Mr. Papa in Kos.
6 years after?
6 years later. Back then, Giorgos Kosoglakis got me. He was the first one I went to the gym with, and he told me he would organize a match at Papa's Beach. That's what it was called in Kos. He asked, do you want to compete? I replied, Giorgos, I'm not prepared and don't know anything. I started training seriously for 6 months. He said I was good and all that, and that's how I entered my first competition.
No one ever told you that you have talent?
No, no one told me. He just said to enter for participation. I remember entering Mr. Papas when Pavlos Mentis was there. Of course, a lot of people in Greece know him. He has a really good body. Back then, Mentis was 37 years old. He came from Germany on vacation to compete in the contest in Kos. And I competed with him. And back then, I competed in a really tough category, I can say.
It wasn't junior? Not at all?
No, it was regular. There were no juniors back then. We just moved up, that's all.
No, you were 28.
Exactly, and I played. I remember Pavlos, Mendes, Mishanos from Corinth, top athletes like Kagalaris and Giorgos. That's why I say I came in second. Pavlos Mendes was top. For me, he was like a professional, so good. And it was an honor for me to play against this man for the first time. For the first time, yes. Yes, and I came in second. Of course, after that, every year it became a tradition in Kos to hold the Mr. Kos. The Mr. Kos, yes. And it was always held at Papas. And so it went on for many years. For 3 or 4 years, I kept winning first place. And after that, I got tired of competing for my island. Because they were saying, come on, go a bit further. And that's how I slowly started to compete in Mr. Hellas as well.
So you only competed here for 4 years?
Yes, yes, yes.
Impressive. You stayed humble.
Nothing, not even a big ego.
Only abroad?
No, nothing like that, nothing like that.
So there was competition here, we could say.
Amazing, amazing.
Then you go to Mr. Ellis?
After Mr. Ellis in 2000 or 2001, I think, around then, I went and competed in Mr. Ellis. I think I came in second the first time, not at the Novotel, at another venue. I don't really remember which hotel it was, the President.
Did you say in Livadia?
No, that's in Athens.
In Athens.
Anyway, in a hotel. And I came in second there the first time, and then I played in Patra. Again, I came in second there, and then the rise began. Years of firsts and good times.
Who did you play with there? Do you remember?
I played with Giorgos Kagalaris, if I remember correctly. I played with...
Mr. Siotis.
I haven't played with Mr. Siotis at all. I'd like to, but I only met him as a guest star in Patra. I've never played with Siotis. With them, I don't think we have anything else. I've also played with a guy from Corfu. I don't even remember his name now. It's been many years, 30 years ago. What can I remember now? I remember there were few in my category back then.
Yes.
I finished second there and then began to pursue my prospects.
Did they tell you to go abroad, or was it your decision?
Look, when finally at Ithwampa, where I had played and kept coming in first, I was playing Guampa, always. I always played Guampa. The president was Nikos Tsounakis, so I played for 4 or 5 years continuously at Guampa.
Was that where it made sense for you to participate?
It made a lot of sense. I mean, for me, it was much more important back then at Guampa than the IFP. We're talking about Greece. A lot of people, a lot of athletes, and I was playing with some really big names like Giorgos Kakelaris and who else? He was great. We were always in the top 3 together. Kostoletos. Kostoletos. Now, I remember that kid from Corfu, Giorgos Vouzianas, was really good. We played together, amazing athlete, and with some others too. Anyway.
They said you have to go abroad?
Later on, when Tsounakis told me, well, it's fine now, Mr. Ellis.
How many years did you get?
I've won the Mr. title 4 or 5 times.
So you totally nailed that.
Yeah, we nailed it. And then they told me to play abroad. And when I went abroad to play in my category back then in France where I played.
France, first match.
France, first match. Yes, Tsounakis was there as well. A good professional athlete. And he said he has talent. For me, he said, we need to promote him. And that's how it started. And they put me on stage up there. They saw me. And I played in professional matches in France. And I played with some real legends over there. Foreigners, of course, right? And I took 6th place there for my first time.
How did you feel there?
Very nice, really great. A different stage, different people, a whole different experience.
Did you see that you need to put in more work? Because in Greece, you might have said, okay, I'm the best.
In Greece, I used to say it, okay, back then. I said I was the best, but that wasn't enough for me.
Then you got slapped, so to speak.
Yeah, a hard slap after that, and then that gave me a lot.
Did this happen in 2005?
Yes. Since 2006, when I won the World Championship at WAMPA in Peristeri, we're talking about top athletes, all of Europe competed back then. And I came in first, and then right after, a week later, I competed in Russia, in Ekaterini Bul. That's what the place I went to was called. And again, I came in first. There, and then I also competed in a match in France, right after WAMPA again, right after, and I played against Andreas Frey. Andreas Frey was a beast. He was a 2-meter tall giant, and I thought, what did I get myself into there? But still, I came in first there.
That's unbelievable. Was he 30 kilos heavier?
Oh, and then some. I was tiny next to him, but I was so good back then, in definition, symmetry, everything.
I think height was also a disadvantage.
Yeah, the other guy was tall too. Andreas Frey was about 195. That's how it goes.
But it would be incredible how it would look.
Incredible. But it was me. That's what they called me there. A trinket. Yes. A mold.
So over there, you enter competitions, you start winning. And then, what was the goal?
By then, since our album was already full, that was the goal. Adriwampa. It started that way, but I stopped because I wasn't making progress, just moving from one professional to another. I didn't have anything more to do. That was it. I couldn't go any further. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I definitely had to change federation. And so a child is better off where they are because they have. But from this, that child has died. Christos Chemonas, he opened my eyes. Let me tell you how the story happened so you understand. This man was from Volos. He knows him very well. All right, Dramalakis, his name was Christos Chemonas. An impeccable kid, a very good kid, big heart, and that's how we became friends in Kos. He came to Kos to stay. He came for me because he wanted to see me in person. He wanted us to be together, to hang out. He enjoyed training together and refused to leave Kos, so we trained there with Christos Chemonas. He told me, Michalis, you're wasting your talent. Do more. I have a girl in Germany, in Hamburg. He tells me her name is Susanna Bo. That's what she was called. And he says she brings athletes. Do you want to play for Germany? So that maybe we can get the card from there. I ask him what he means and say it's hard. He insists it's not. He says, you're a great athlete and deserve it. I say, man, since you're saying it, what can I say? He calls the girl and says, I have an athlete from Greece. I want you to register him under your name. I'm Susanna Bo, registering athlete Kefalianos Michalis. But supposedly I live in Germany, that I went with the guy. The guy stayed in Germany for years. Christos Chemonas had his own house in Germany. I stayed with him for about 15 to 20 days. He hosted me at his house, introduced me to Susanna Bo, and said I'd train in Germany for 15 days and be presented as his athlete. Because I was so good that as soon as she saw me, she went crazy. She said, I want him. And I play in Germany in 2008. Around 2009, close to that, and she tells me, I play in Germany in handball. I take first place in Germany to take first place, nationwide. Something like that, and then I have to play, after I won the handball there in that area, I had to play for all of Germany again after 2 weeks so I could qualify. So you had to stay even longer. So I came back together with Himona again and did a workout here at Davy Palace's gym. Normally he would do the first session with me. Christos and I leave again for Germany, this time with Susanna Bo. We go there and I compete in the Pan-German Championship of Germany, so all of Germany, and I come out, I win the overall, first place again. The Germans were amazed there. They had me at the top. You can't imagine my joy. And those people went crazy. They said, you're ready for Olympia. They were telling me, you're ready for Olympia. Road to Olympia, they said. Okay, I said, you got it. Then the president of the IFB comes and says, I give you the okay, and I give you the papers so you can compete in Ohio, Columbus. Arnold Classic. I stay. I say, what's going on, man? Really? And he really gives me the paper. Okay, so I can compete. Without being a professional, I was still an amateur. I wasn't a professional. And he tells me, you will play for Arno Classi. And when you make it to the top 3, you will automatically become a professional in America. Okay. I come to Greece to prepare for playing in March in Columbus, Ohio. But then the president of Germany asks me for something. He tells me, since you are Greek, you need to get the signature of Mr. President, Leventelis at that time. At that moment, my legs gave out because I had no connection with Leventelis, had never played for them, and was simply a WAMPA athlete. Now I say, what do I do? Okay. I swallow my pride, I call him and we tell him this and that. Mr. Leventelis didn't accept due to reason A or B, since I never played matches with him, wasn't his athlete, and for other reasons. Until my legs gave out and I said, it's not possible. Okay, let's go, we're done, the dream is over. Because I had no other choice. After some time, as the days went by, February came and Sarah called me and asked, what happened? Are you preparing for the Arano Classic? I told her, Susanna, sorry, I didn't get approval from Tade. Seriously? She asked me. Why, and for what reason? I explained the reason to her, which most people know if we're on the same page. And she tells me, it can't be. It's not possible. Then she calls me again after a week and says, Michalis, can I ask you something? She asks, haven't you done Australia? I say, yes. Then she replies, can you call the president of Australia's IFB so that maybe you can play for Australia? That's why many people thought I was Australian. I wasn't Australian, but I had been to Australia with my wife because my wife was from Australia and I became one. I stayed there 5 years and got the card, the passport as we say. So I'm an Australian citizen. And I said, I'll try. I found a guy named Max who's now in Australia. Great timing. where he is. And he says to me, Michalis, I'll get in touch with the President of Australia. He might be able to receive us. He tells me it's 50-50, not 100%. Okay, 50-50. What can we do? He calls him. We went together to Max's gym, and he talks directly to the president in front of me. I say, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. The president was involved with the federations, with WABA, with AKM, with everything, with IFB. He knew everyone. And he also knew Max because he also brought athletes. He says, Mr. President, I have an athlete from Kos, from an island, from Greece, but he's Australian. His wife is Australian, Greek-Australian, and he has also gotten the card. He says, are you sure he has a passport? Yeah, he has a passport. He insists he has a passport and asks, can you fax it to me so I can see it? Really? I send it to him by fax and he tells me, I'll get back to you in a day. I was anxious. Half an hour later, he called again after noticing my condition. My photos, all that. He went crazy. He tells me, I'm making him a professional now. Me. You'll play for Australia. So, in a few words, it's what we call having an ace up my sleeve. That's how my career began, and I progressed step by step.
Do you really need to be that good to make it work up there?
Yes, because he saw my background, photos, and everything. He says, wow, who is this? Imagine, he even gave me a name in Australia. My name was Golden Greek, the Golden Greek. Afterward, the name Spartan came out, followed by others like the Tough One and Dynamic that came out as well. All these, they would call me the Spartan, they would call me Dynamic, they would call me Golden Greek in Australia. The Golden Greek, that's how I played for Australia. I probably played for Ohio. In Ohio, I came third. The other guy immediately gives me the card. I became a professional.
There, how did you feel?
Forget it there. I was on cloud 9 when they told me I was playing with the professionals. That's when I said, okay. And who was I playing with? With Kai Green in Australia, with Dexter Jackson, Dennis Wolf, those guys. And I was fourth among the good ones. And since those guys had already qualified, they had already won the chance to compete in Mr. Olympia. So they had one more opportunity. Since I was fourth and finished fourth there, that's how I got the call and the chance to compete in the Olympia from Australia. The president in 2009 started me on the road to Olympia from Australia. That's where it all began. And that's how my story started.
Is this number 13?
No, this is my 9th. It's my first Olympia competition.
Did you qualify and you placed fourth? So what happened next?
Then my preparation began.
Are you going to Greece?
I'm going to Greece. And in September, I was preparing for Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas.
In 09 over there, did you do the preparation with David?
Yes, of course.
When did you go down and when was the race?
In September, the 14th to 15th, if I remember correctly.
Who was there?
They were all the elite. It's that simple. I had with me Dexter Jackson, I had Kai Green, Branch Warren, I had McMillan, I had Saul Rodin.
Did you say Jay Cutler?
Right? Johnny Jackson. Phil Heath. I didn't see Phil Heath at the Olympia.
No, in 2011.
So those guys like Branch Warren are all top athletes.
How was it to...
And Dennis Wolf. All of them and Danny James.
How did you prepare for the competition?
A dream, just a dream, Costas. There are no words.
Weren't you afraid that...
No, I went determined to do my best. I wasn't afraid of anyone or anything like that.
Did you ever think you might actually win too?
No, I honestly didn't think about it. I always said to everyone that in every competition, I go to give my best.
But do you believe that you have to be unreasonable to win?
No.
For example, Dorian Gates said no one would train as much as I do, and so on.
No, I don't agree with that way of thinking. It takes humility. You have to be really good at what you do, and your character will take you very far. Believe me.
So, You go to the first race, the 9th one over there. Did you make it? Did you get into the top 10?
Yes, we finished 15th. I had come out 9th back then.
Were there individual poses and stuff like that over there?
All actions in a competition.
Because now those things are slowly disappearing in Greece, as we see.
Not just in Greece. Some people have abolished it. Not that they're disappearing. That's not what we're saying about Greece. You go up and do a preparation. A kid spends 6 or 10 months training and struggles, but isn't even allowed to do an individual posing routine or use his own music. Is that wrong in my opinion? No, I don't allow or want that. All the kids work hard and, in my opinion, give their all. When they compete, they're hungry, thirsty, and do everything. They deserve to be heard, play their music, and do their routine. Not just be dismissed if they miss the top 6. I don't like that, no.
What was the difference you saw? Because you went to so many events. What was the difference in Greece?
Oh, it's totally different, like day and night. Here, people are at each other's throats. No connection, that's it.
What was the top event besides Olympia?
All the international ones were the best for me. Even in Europe, in Germany, Italy, France, I've competed in all those places. Africa, amazing event. India.
You played there as well?
4 times. Russia as well, I've been everywhere. Amazing. Unfortunately, Greece is way behind in this area.
Do you think it will keep lagging or start developing?
It will continue since I see no progress. Things are only getting worse. That's my opinion, right?
So let's continue with the competitive journey and then we'll talk about the other things. I'll tell you now, if you go for 9th place, you drop down and don't make the top 10.
Yes, my dream was to perform at Olympia. I stepped on the Olympia stage.
But didn't you also want to go after a place?
Of course. Who wants to come in 10th or 9th or 7th at the Olympia?
Because now the dream is just to step on stage.
Of course, after that, obviously I want to get a better place. That's obvious, of course.
So does number 11 play again after that?
Yes.
Only one match? Or did you play more and more? I think you have to stand out again.
So let me explain. I didn't get number 10 to play for Olympia. Why I didn't make it? It's because I was top 4, top 5, top 4, top 5, top 6. While they could have placed me in the top 2 or 3, but then, since the top 3 was eliminated and there was only first place. To go to Olympia, and of course, the more competitions you did, the more bonuses you had. Let's say points, to put it simply. If you didn't compete, you couldn't go to Olympia. If you didn't win, right? If you did, you left immediately. That was abolished after I finished with Olympia.
How many matches did you play each year?
The most matches. I played in 2010. In 2010, I played 7 matches in a row.
Is it good for an athlete to play so many matches?
Of course. Why do I say this? First, because if the judge sees you only once a year, it means nothing to him. You are basically 0 to him. They saw me at every competition and called me Mike, raised my hand and told me, you look good, much better, much better. So what does the judge want? He wants to see you all the time. If I see you only once a year, like some of our guys do, choosing certain competitions that are convenient for them, checking which names are competing or which place is less competitive. Isn't that right? I didn't do that. I went to every competition. I didn't care if Kai Crean, Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, or anyone else was competing. I just wanted to participate. I enjoyed contests and didn't care about winning or placing. What mattered to me was to show up in front of the judges, and the judges told me that. They said, what you're doing is the best for us.
But with every competition, you were making progress.
Of course, they would tell me much better. And if there was something I wasn't good at, they'd tell me directly. You're struggling a bit there. We need to add some mass there. Watch your stomach. Pay attention to your pose. These people helped me grow because they knew me and used my name. Hey, Mike, people used to say things to me, you know? Even the judges would hug me. We'd almost become friends since they saw me so often. Especially in America, 7 matches in America, 10 only in America.
How about the tickets over there, more or less?
The tickets. But I can say that they had a huge amount of help and support, both from Greece and from America. From Greece, Aleko Sondravani gave me a lot of support. If it weren't for this man, I wouldn't have done these things. Because for many reasons, he helped me with many things, with everything, both financially and with other things. Both this and that and 1,000 other things, whatever I got, proteins, all that. Aleko Sondravanis always supported me, and I thank him from the bottom of my heart. If it weren't for this man, because he was simply a sponsor, he helped me with everything, with everything. I mean, financially, I was really struggling to do these things. And so the help that this man contributed, Aleko Sondravanis, and I can say he was better than a sponsor. On trips, paying for me, helping, showing me everything. I thank him deeply.
I want to ask two questions. One is, was there a cash prize back then in the competitions?
Yes, there was. Abroad, yes, there was.
Yes, when you were playing, you mean?
I had received also. I was making.
The tickets back.
Calmly, I had made over 10,000, 7,000, and even 8,000.
So you had another motive too?
Did I have another motive? Sure. It's good to make money to cover expenses, tickets, food, and so on.
When did Aether sponsor us?
The sponsorship came in my last years, right?
So you didn't get the sponsorship in 09 at Olympia?
The sponsorship came later, if I'm not mistaken, after Olympia, around 2014 or 2015.
That's when they came, even though the company is 20 and...
20 years and counting. Yes, I didn't have any sponsors except for the help I got from Aleko Sotramanis. As I told you, I didn't have any sponsors.
Yes, is there no one from Coast to support you?
I did it on my own. And in America, of course, where I had Kostas Baragopoulos, a guy who for me is the top, he helped me stay at his house so I didn't have to pay for hotels or transportation. He paid for my local flights within America so I could go from race to race. He was always with me, always supported me, always he was close to me, taking photos and all that, watching me posing together and so on. Maragopoulos was a top person for me.
And where were we now? At 14? No, not at 14. We'd gone to Olympia. Yes, of 11.
If I'm right, Olympia was in 12 or 13. Not 11.
Not 11, 10?
I've lost track of the matches. I'm going crazy, okay? I don't remember.
You have played more than?
52 matches.
Are they professional? Are they professional matches?
Only the matches? Forget about the guapas. I've already included the guapas.
Yes.
They're making 70 batches.
But that also builds experience on stage. I think that was obvious, of course, compared to the others who chased just one competition a year, as we see now.
Of course. I've said it thousands of times that getting the card is a very easy thing. Okay, and I say that you got the card. Everyone supports their own thing. You can support it. You can do 3 competitions a year, maybe 4 or 5 good competitions, so you might get an invitation for the Olympia. That's the essence. Getting the card and picking a competition I don't want means nothing to me. It takes chasing. After you get the card, for me, just saying I'm professional, I'm a pro without actually competing, it doesn't mean anything to me. For me, the point is to get the card and chase your dream, to reach where I have reached. The key now is to get the card and call myself a professional.
It's like the car in the garage.
Exactly as you said.
So do you want us to go to the second one now? Olympia? The second one played at 13. How were things there?
The same? Nothing changed. The athletes, nothing changed.
But they did change, I think. Has Jay Cutler won something? Did he win at the other event you attended? Has Dexter won?
Not the first one I mentioned. In 09, Jay won again. Dexter won, if I'm not mistaken. He won in 12 when you weren't there. Somewhere around then, Dexter has won. Then Phil Hill returned, first racing with Guy Green. I later saw him in another race, Class C. Along with Phil Hill and Guy Green, in so many races, those two were very competitive.
Over there, I remember you had videos showing great connections with Jay Cutler and others, including Jay Cutler.
He was a very good friend of mine, a really good one, because we even competed together. He saw me everywhere. He saw me at all the competitions, whether he was competing or not. Jay always came to the events. Whenever he went to competitions and saw me, he would say to me again, he would ask me, is that right?
He wasn't competing continuously?
No. Jay Cutler mainly competed in the Olympia and maybe one other classic. As I recall, he rarely did Grand Prix events.
No, because that's why he did it.
He just needed rest and made the right choice. He often said he'd prepare well for the Olympia. Why should I kill myself? Me? For what? You know what I mean? I'm not chasing something better. Will 30,000 or 20,000 really be better?
Did you see it that way? Did you let it go? No? Were matches being thrown?
No, the matches weren't always being thrown.
I mean 7 to 8 matches.
7 matches to 5 matches. The least I had was 5 matches.
And they were always close.
They were always every 2 months, every month, every 20 days, even every week, sometimes.
Back then, when asked if I did off-season, I answered. Things like that. I mean, maybe a year or not?
Not a season? I never did a full year. When? Up to 6 months. I've done that. I've always done 6 months.
So, you were in competitive shape?
I stayed in competitive shape and always had abs, even during the off-season. I never liked eating junk food, never. I always ate more proper food, but still the same.
Because now we see the opposite again, that during the off-season, they might relax for even 2 years. What do you have to say about that?
Who is it? Really? Is that what everyone does? Almost. They take one fight, then they stop. They say they'll choose a fight they want, and when they'll do it, and okay. I didn't see it that way. I saw it differently.
Anyway, you see a lot of differences between how you did it back then and how it's done now.
Of course, the Olympia, the current one I've seen, even now in 24, I don't like it, but I still see the Olympia.
That has gone downhill?
It's declined significantly compared to before.
The hardcore stuff.
Don't you see that now anymore?
Is it, you think? The training? The diet?
Training and diet play a big role. I say many have completely changed the standards in bodybuilding and even at the Olympia. Back in the day, it was much better. I mean, during the times of Doria Gaitz, all of them, I mean, the competitors were on fire. Huh? Are we just going to forget Lichani and everyone else? Dexter Jackson, who was the top, the best athlete every year here at Olympia for 20 years, 25 years.
The other guy endures.
You endure alone. The only one who managed to beat this man was the best competitor. Dexter Jackson was one of the top athletes. He competed 20 and a half times in the Olympics.
42 years old.
Is with me.
Now he has arrived.
I am 54 years old.
But he played until he was 40.
Until he was 40, not until he was 49.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Would you do that? Play that much? Yes?
But I retired from the...
You mean...
Now I'm 54 or 55. I retired in 18, so I was about 47 or 48 then. Was I the same?
Yeah, why did you leave it?
For what reason? Somewhere, to tell you the truth, I got tired, I pushed my body a bit. Did you feel a lot of stress?
Meaning?
I began to feel the exhaustion catching up. Secondly, my issues began to appear. Some high issues, a bit with my nerves, liver, and a few other things. We should mention those too. The internal organs endure a lot.
You pushed it to the limit for years.
In overdrive for a long time. So I sat down and thought, do I have my family now? I need to slowly step back. And so I had to, in order to keep my health, so I could also enjoy my family.
Did you have children then? Of course.
I had 4 kids, but didn't enjoy them due to competitions.
Did you sacrifice yourself?
I had sacrificed myself a lot. I mean, I was very closed off, only for myself. I mean, I did things. I mean, my wife was only focused on me too. And at some point I said, wait, is this okay? Calm down. Enjoy your family.
Did you experience it though? Did we experience it?
Thank you.
Even if time reversed, I wouldn't do it.
Of course, I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything. Of course, I would do it again. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want us to mention it now, since we're done, this too? Do you want us to mention it now, about what Mr. Manglos has told me? Of course. Want to share a few thoughts about David?
No, I don't want to comment on anything. The only thing I can say is good heart. Nothing more with David. We had a disagreement at work. The truth is being told.
More than 10 years.
17 years, thank you.
Let's say that too. Let's add it because you trusted a Greek coach and not a foreign one, which we see now they're chasing after foreign coaches.
So, why did I trust a coach? After all, when I started playing for Mr. Ellis, he opened my eyes and he was my coach. And so I went along with this man, both at Mr. Ellis and at my European and World Championships, and then for everything else I've done up to now. Besides being an excellent coach, let's be honest, that's my truth, and I'm talking about Greece. If he's not among the top, he's definitely a good coach in Greece. And that's obvious. Of course, the work also depends on the athlete. I've said it thousands of times. If the coach tells you to do something and you don't do it, the coach can't do anything more. If he tells you to eat 200 grams of chicken and you eat 500 grams or you eat something else, let me put it simply. It's not the coach's fault, it's your fault. Personally, I put most of the responsibility on the athlete and not the coach. The coach just tells you what to do. You are the one who executes. For me to be the best coach and athlete, you have to be yourself. That's what I did. He just told me and I executed. That's the difference.
But do you think you also had the talent to get there?
Of course, talent plays a big role. Genetics play a role. Your build plays a role. Many things. It matters. It plays a very big role. And of course, you have to be a soldier. In this sport, you have to be a soldier. If you're not a soldier,
you see, I wanted to, because we said it before, we talked about it, that in the beginning, when you were involved, it was more hardcore, it was more about the basics. Now you see that it has changed. The foods have changed, they make it tastier.
I'll tell you what he said recently in the interview you did with Tassos Michalis. I listened to it a lot and I like the taste. And Bodybuilding. Some people just can't get it, for me. I'm just saying now, everyone can do whatever they think is right, I don't care. But if you want to go really high and reach where I got, unfortunately, you have to go about it this way. No flavors, no salt, no pepper, no adding a little cream, no adding anything to give it flavor. And there's no Bodybuilding. If you want to be a Spartan, you'll eat your rice, your chicken, bland as it is, let me put it simply. No salt, no pepper, nothing, just like that, and that's it. You can do it. Bravo. Now, I'm talking about myself. I did it and I got to where I am. Now, because things have changed, a lot of things have changed. The Bodybuilding, some eat fruit cream, others eat different things or syrupy desserts. I don't care, but what did I do? What are kids doing now? Kids today? I would say, in my opinion, I believe those things wouldn't work for me because they simply don't toughen you up. I've reached an extreme that I don't think anyone else has. The athlete in this, to drink deionized water, deionized, I mean the kind they put in irons, women use it for ironing, and they put it in refrigerators, in cars, so it doesn't have minerals. And then the other person sees and drinks energy drinks, drinks a lot, drinks. I didn't drink those, I don't know, I don't have an opinion about them, I'm just saying what I did. I ate my fish, my chicken, my meat, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, and 7 eggs. I've said it before, just that. That's it, fish, cucumber, emptying out. Thank you, egg. It would come out 10 days before the competitions. Because for me, the egg was a very good food. For me, the egg was good protein. And the sodium that helped me a lot, the natural sodium it has. I was like the egg. When I stopped, my legs collapsed. The truth must be told, because when I cut out the egg to get shredded, I also cut out protein a month before. I don't see the kids doing those few things. Okay, it's their right, but what did I do?
Should we also say that it's better for someone who has achieved something to speak?
Of course. I mean, I see things now and wonder, don't Americans, big shots, important people do this? The professionals, I haven't seen them dealing with things like that. I've seen them eating. And even where we went for painting, where we went to get refreshed, over there with the guys, I saw sweet potato fish chicken, and rice. How did they come out so tough up there? How did they come out so good up there? And now they can't achieve that toughness? And everyone comes out soft. Everyone comes out superficial. They don't show mass. They don't show, depth, definition. That's what I see now.
Bellies.
Bellies, and God help us, the swelling and blurriness.
Back then, we didn't have those things.
Yes, and one main thing, those people who eat soft foods, who eat creams and all that, they don't have any toughness in them. They may look nice, okay, superficial, but when they start to push themselves, they start to get confused. We don't want that. When we pushed ourselves, we became tougher, we went deeper, but now it's just superficial. And as soon as they start to step into the waters, this and that, we get restless. Excuse me.
Carlos, yes, we will move on. Now I would like us to talk about another topic. I have received information from Mr. Giannis. Magos has helped me. I wanted you to tell us now about Mr. Crete, which is a current event, since we learned then that you left in 18 and basically stopped. Did you also hand in your card?
I haven't turned in the card because I don't want to quit.
Yes, so at Mr. Crete there is an award ceremony, that's what I've heard.
Yes, by Mr. Tsankarakis and Giannis.
You don't get this award? No.
Was there a reason?
Can you mention it?
Yes, so? Why isn't it away? Because some people from the IPB Elite Federation, they told Tsankarakis Giannis that Michalis Kefalianos can't go on stage. He can't be awarded because he belonged to another federation. They only told me ridiculous things, and that made my legs give out. I've stopped competing and haven't participated in any competition since 2018. I have no plans to compete again for any reason. So, it's like you're telling me that Jay Cutler is coming from America. Again, even if he was still competing. And he comes to Athens, to Crete, specifically, and you see him inside the stadium. Isn't he bringing him on stage because he's an International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness Pro? Of course, me. Why don't you bring me up? Thank you. Me, and I'm not even active? If I were active, would I say bad or cold things, or did you say it right? Good for you, okay? It's your right, but I shouldn't be active and have you say things to the other members there. Don't bring Kefalianos up because he doesn't belong to our group. What are you saying? Where did you write that? At GOAPA, didn't I go up and give awards to people while I was playing for AEPP? How many times did I go to OGOTEL and acted as a judge and nobody said anything to me? At AEPP, I didn't play matches, I gave awards. Sorry, the man downstairs called me and asked, should I bring Kefalianos up? Did you give awards? What did I do wrong? There, I was playing from the clouds. Honestly, I didn't expect that person to do this to me. We'd played many matches together. He was also at Guampa in Crete and involved in many activities. I supported him and he came to Crete to meet me in person because he told me, he invited me. As a Kefalianos, you come to award me, then say I can't go on stage because I don't belong with you. What does that have to do with anything, man? I was really upset, and so was Giannis. Tsankarakis was also very upset, and he told me, sorry, I can't let you go up on stage. Okay, let's go up. Were you really disappointed? That's what upset me. I don't see how the two things are connected. Someone invites you, someone honors you to give you an honorary distinction, and you say no to him. People would have applauded if I had gone up, received my honorary distinction, and come back down smoothly without issue. Just like at OAMPA, OBOTEL, and everywhere else. And now he tells me. Yes, he also tells me that Koso stopped so I could go to Livadia where the match will take place. That's what he tells me to arrange. And the bad thing is to understand this, I have to say. It made me really sad, which is why I'm telling you. Progress in Greece, instead of getting better, we're getting worse. We don't have a worthy president, as we call our presidents. It needs the right people to run this sport, to move it forward. I'm tired of talking about this thing. Only Giannis, Makos, and Tassos Michalis will speak up. Congratulations to them. They could have put him in. For me, as his president, Spyros Bornazos is top, that man, because he has contributed a lot to the sport. He knows, he's smart, he's something else, a real person, he's great, he's right for all of this, Thank you. The package? We're not moving forward, my friend. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. If we want to progress in Greece with this kind of mentality to raise the Pontic nose, we're fooling ourselves. Instead of being united, we break our links. It's cliques. What did he do and why did he do that? Hey, an athlete, I bring you an athlete and you won't accept him? And one thing that made me sad, also in Crete, there was a kid who wasn't registered in the books. For some reason, they hadn't put him in. They said, why doesn't he belong? They said. I had something. I was saying over there that this kid should have been registered some 20 days, a month before, so he could play. And the kid didn't know anything, that he belonged to a club. Should I put it that way for you? And so the kid did all the training without playing in the match, and he was crying. Do you realize how much that hurts someone? I just said, let the kid play. It's okay. And what was the excuse? What if they catch us? What if they do something to us? What if they point us out? Come on, buddy, let it go. Did it really bother you? The kid prepared for 6 months and they didn't let him play because he wasn't registered. Do you mean the club's records? It made me sad. There was a big fight over there. They argued with the man who was bringing the kid and things got crazy. And in the end, the kid didn't compete in the matches. This really upsets me. I'm telling you, it's pointless. And I felt so sorry for that kid.
What can we say now? Do you want to move on to the professional part?
Of course.
I want you to tell me a little bit. In general, since you started working as a coach and bringing athletes to competitions, have you done that as well? And do your athletes also compete in Greece?
Yes, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been involved a bit with coaching with the kid, Kostazos Stamatis, since he started. He's the kid I've been working with, training. Today?
Yes.
I'm preparing him to play in October or May, depending on his progress, because if things don't look good, I won't let him compete.
In Greece.
But are we talking about Greece?
Aren't you saying that the message will go abroad?
Not for Greece. I'm talking about Greece. We're not even talking about an international message or anything. First, the stage has to pass through Greece, and then we go wild, our minds go up in the air. How can I do it? Some people play abroad, right? I want that too. And I have a couple of guys being sent to play in a match. Either in Livadia or in Rhodes, where I'll do it. Giannis Makos for October. First, I want everything to go well. I don't know what Giannis has said, but I believe that Giannis is doing it.
Definitely.
Definitely, because Giannis really loves the sport.
So, when did you start?
Should I say 3 years ago?
3 years ago, when you were an athlete?
Not at all. I didn't even deal with coaches. I was focused on my own things. I can't have both and train at the same time. For me, that's not mediocre. To do preparation, of course, I stopped. I have a clear mind, and now I can say that I will prepare some kids for the future and whatever we want. Of course.
That's what happened too. Did you also open a gym just now, right?
Opening my gym was my dream. I just didn't have the time and the money because as an athlete, I couldn't do much since I didn't have the luxury to spend money on my own things. So preparations, meals, trips.
Where could I stay? Did you already say you'd build an apartment building?
Of course. The money I've spent on myself is millions. A lot of money. An apartment building for sure. Definitely an apartment building.
And the gym, when did you open it?
We opened it in 2019.
In 2019? In 2019, had you closed the sports section?
Yes, I finished that.
The same?
Yes, I finished the same, and then the countdown started with the cutting, with this and that, and if it was excluded.
Did you manage to endure there as well?
Yes, I endured a lot because I was new to the business, and many closed down. Unfortunately, I managed to endure. Fortunately for some reason, and thank God for that. Now we are doing well.
Do you see in the people who come here a love for your name? Of course.
I see it. First of all, the people I have in my workshop, we are now like friends, brothers, friends, and all that. So we address each other by name. I know every name, I know that. Because yes, they come for me because they love me, but I am also very good to them, and that's how you should be. They like me for who I am. Thank you. Not a snob or anything else, just Michalis, they've always known.
And the gym kind of reminds me, from what I've seen in videos abroad, it feels a bit more like something from abroad, American style.
I've made it a bit American style. I've included fitness in it, but I've also added some old school. I have a bit of old school, but I've also put in fitness. So it's a gym for everyone, for anyone who wants to do fitness to be able to do it.
Didn't you want to build a temple gym? No.
No, I didn't want that. I wanted to do both.
And here you get work done, exactly.
You play well in both, and that's why both are very beautiful.
Mr. Michalis, we've finished the questions. Could you share a final message for our viewers?
Here is the final message from Michalis. Those who want to reach their dream, to go where they truly want, should set a goal, be very determined, and keep their feet on the ground.
To aim.
But to aim, the target must always be aimed at. When you set a goal, you have to say, okay, let's go. That's my wish, and to keep their feet on the ground, to keep their feet on the ground. That's what I want, and everything will be fine. That's the wish I give to the children, and to stay focused on what they're doing. To really eat properly, exercise properly, and believe me that they will truly go very far. If they don't do these things, good food training, good and proper guidance to go very far and stay grounded, nothing else.
The basics.
So,
I'll start. What did Mr. Michalis do for a living before he became an international visual professional pro?
are you still living in order, even now?
Are you living in order, huh?
When did this sport begin? I'm fine.
You live this. Isn't it a bit of an oxymoron to say, how can you be a competitive athlete? When we say you're a professional, are you also financially? Over there, how was it with those you played matches with? I guess they didn't have other jobs?
No, of course not. When asked what I do for a living, I said I'm a taxi driver and shared how many hours I drive. When I mentioned working 12 hours, they were surprised. That's what you heard. 12 hours non-stop, especially in summer, 6 months straight with no breaks, eating all my meals in the taxi while driving.
When did you start driving a taxi, and what inspired the idea?
My brother was a taxi driver, and it was a good job to make a little extra money. To tell the truth,
You didn't get involved with the nightlife, right?
nightlife, I was always working. I had a shift.
So you were working 2 jobs?
Yes, my shift was working as a taxi driver from 4 in the afternoon until 4 in the morning, and the next week I would work from 4 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. So I had 1 week of morning shifts and 1 week of night shifts. I was always working either in the morning or at night. We just switched shifts. We say that because there were 2 shifts. My brother and I.
Are you working the morning shift?
Not at night. My brother and I took turns. 1 week he worked mornings, then I did, and the next week I worked nights while he did mornings.
But aren't these jobs, let's say, a bit more tiring for you?
Yes, I felt much more tired than at an office job since I was young, didn't sleep much, and was often so exhausted my eyes would close.
What does it say? Extra question about sleep? It's crucial. How did you handle it?
Sure, I had just gotten used to it. My sleep, even now as we speak, is very little. It's up to 5 hours. I don't sleep more than that. That's how I sleep, but that's just me in the taxi. What happened? When I got a little tired and was really exhausted, I would just pull over to the side, find a bit of shade, and rest for a while. Even 20 minutes felt like 3 hours to me.
Yes.
That was strong enough, and so is this.
Did it affect you physically or emotionally?
No. Me, my work gives me life. Believe me, I can't just sit around and do nothing. I can't just sit and relax. It's just not possible. I can't. I had a child. I always made sure to fill my day and never left it empty. I never liked sleeping. Even the sleep I wanted, I made the most of it. Like going to the beach, lying down and sleeping there under the sun. Thank you if you want that. Whenever I had a day off, whenever I had nothing to do, I never slept. I only slept 5 to 6 hours.
They say I'm different. I have practice today, so I'm staying here.
In the end, I always had work, always working, even in construction where I worked and in between jobs. Even now that I'm doing it, I can't stop. I don't want to stop working. It gives me life. It gives me energy. That's what I've realized. I never felt tired. Even if I said I was, the work still got done. I always asked, can you do it? Can't was never an option.
I would say, let's move on to the next one. Here, they ask me, what happened with Palasa? Did we talk about it? Don't you want to bring something else? We talked about it.
Why isn't it necessary?
Do you think any Greek bodybuilder is better than you?
That's a tough question. Thank you so far. I hope to see something better, but so far, no, I haven't seen anything better. The only thing I can say is that as a talent in Greece right now, it's Astrovo.
Yes.
He has good prospects. So far in Greece, he's the best. Let's be honest. I say something else, but it takes work. It takes work to get where I got. It needs more work. But for Greece, I emphasize, and for Europe, he's very good. But he needs work. I believe he is the best so far, considering the current situation. So,
In the past.
in the past, I will mention 2 good athletes. The first one is Karamalakis. Manolis, my friend, a top athlete, top for me. Amazing genetics, very good as an athlete. I have played with Manolis in 1 or 2 games in New York. We ate together. That's what I would consider great talent for Greece, also as a hardcore and as a good athlete. For me, it was Mankos, Giannis Mankos. I can say that he is more versatile than me. Even though he retired from competitions. Back when that situation happened, whatever happened, even now, does he eat properly? Yeah, I believe it. He used to come to Kona with 2 Giannis, and he would bring his own Tupperware. He would bring his own little food containers. I was shocked. I said to him, hey, Giannis? No, he says, that's all I had, just those 2.
How was your relationship with Mr. Giannis?
Amazing.
And are you gym brothers?
I can say that Giannis is a brotherly friend, more than a brother to me, isn't that right?
One of the few who stayed, let's say, yes.
Giannis, for me, is a very good guy, a really good guy, and a very honorable person. And even though some of us have described him as sharp-tempered and all that, the thing is, he's genuine. Giannis is genuine. It's just the truth, and we've said it. Not many people like it.
Does it hurt?
Yes, it hurts a lot, but what can we do? Few like it, though he was amazing as a kid. We did a lot with Giannis. We went through a lot with Giannis, and he remains my brother. A very good athlete. If Giannis hadn't gone through what he did, I believe he would have gone very far. Because he has passion, he really loves what he does, even now as we speak. Yes, I take my hat off to him.
Thank you. I'm moving on. Thank you. He said he felt like he was among Mr. Olympia legends. We mentioned it earlier.
We mentioned that too.
Here, he says, who is the best athlete he has competed against? From abroad, who was the best?
Claxey, the best athlete. For me, when you first played, it was Jay Cutler.
Yes, but maybe someone you played against, like Branch.
Branch? Yes, Branch was a really tough opponent.
Did you beat anyone else from the top? Just did you? Yes.
I had also beaten Branch's, Jonan Jackson. I beat him in Spain, then he won in Germany while I got second, and I beat him again in Spain. Then I played with Servio, who later joined Vampa and AEP, where we also played with him several times, along with other old players. Matches with Servio Sami, who's the best and a great athlete. I also beat him in New York. Finally,
let's go to the last one. Then, doesn't it mention his bicep size in inches?
was about 56.22 inches.
57 centimeters? What was your weight? 100.
150 kilos.
Did you eat during the competitions? Never?
We had never done it before, but it was a challenge, though it was bigger, more massive. Still, if I remember correctly.
How much weight did you lose prepping?
No, I didn't lose much weight, just 12, 13 kilos.
Is that true? Because what if you add up all the others? How much does it come to?
I was trying to gain quality weight every year, to put on like 1 to 2 kilos quality mass, but good mass.
Not to become a buffalo.
Not a buffalo.
Why the same things again?
Huh? Yeah, more or less you are.
Mike had said he was working as a taxi driver. Yeah, did we say that?
Yeah, we said that.
So, what were your thoughts when you were backstage at Mr. Olympia?
My thoughts were to do well and to stand well. Okay, on stage. I wanted to be good on stage. That was it. Not to have cramps, not to have this or that, and to stand as best as I could and bring out my best. That was it. I never aimed to come first or said I would. I just kept thinking.
To move on to the next one, is it about Mr. Mago then? Do you think they stole the card from Mago at the 2016 Diamond Cup?
Yes, because I was present.
Did you see what happened?
I saw what happened and it was clear. It was clear. You can't finish first on Friday and then third on Sunday. Why did the judges change? Yes, maybe he was right. I think he was absolutely right.
Did it come out afterwards?
How? Did it come out? Of course. Since I was up there, of course I wasn't a judge. I was up in the stands and I was watching him and I was very, very close. The man Pistolas had the frame, he had the mold, but he didn't have the definition, he didn't have the top condition, as we say.
Can I ask something? Do judges consider age too? Does age matter, like if someone is young?
Maybe they said that too. Honestly, they said Pistolas was 26 then and had a future.
Is that a good criterion? No.
It's not a good criterion. I don't see on stage. I see a 20-year-old and a 5-year-old on stage, and the 5-year-old really stands out. What does that mean? Does that mean I should put him down because he's older? Not exactly. That's not the criteria. I look at her on stage. What I see is what matters, not whether she's old.
That's a lie.
Are all these lies? Excuses are just words.
Shall we do one more to wrap up? Okay.
Yeah.
Since it's 3:30, we'll make it.
They're leaving you now.
Is it that hard? So, what did he do for a living? Yes, he thinks he could have gotten a better position when he went to Olympia. Should I ask him that again? Do you want to say it?
Is it the same?
What about Paskalos? Should I ask to really find out his opinion about the new generation of athletes? Should we ask that? I'm eager to hear his thoughts on the new generation of athletes. That, he's asking.
My opinion is that nowadays kids, the young ones, need to put in better work in training. I'm saying now they should put their phones aside for a bit. It really bothers me. How can you train with your phone next to you? Aren't you focused?
Which gym did you say in America?
In New York, did you give up your phone?
Didn't we leave it?
I mean, first of all, it distracts you from your training and it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. Why can't you do your drills, your position, and look at your phone at the same time? I don't think it's right.
Even if you don't care.
Above all, young people now need to show respect, to respect the athlete, the one who is actually competing and putting in the effort. When you go, are you actually using the equipment or just on your phone, not paying attention? If you're occupying 2 or 3 machines and leaving them, others want to train. Show respect. Guys, respect. That's what I want. That's what I want from this youth. And when you go to the gym to work out, sit down, and then when you finish, sit outside, drink your protein, and post about it. Do you like him? See, if you like him, laugh at him as much as you want, but only when he's done. But when it comes to training, guys, training, especially the gym, is like a church. You go in, you train, either with your headphones or whatever, but you train.
It doesn't matter if you're competitive.
It doesn't really matter, but you do respect seeing a skilled, hardworking athlete beside you. Do you give the kids space? Yes, because you're just there for fun. That's it, simply put. Your classmate? No. There are also kids who take it seriously and train, so this is their job. I just want them to be in the gym, to give their best, and to show respect.
You see? Yes.
Because this used to exist even
in your field.
Even in my field. I just want you to train, to come, and not to wear yourself out.
In the end, you're just fooling yourself.
You're just fooling yourself.
Shall we go for the last one? Let's go then, it says here. How was it? When Arnold said you should get on the poster in Africa?
That was real. When I went, I was speechless, and a girl had come down to Germany. A great athlete walked by and asked me, "Is that you up there?" I go like, "What is it, a poster with me on it?" I couldn't believe it.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you?
No, nobody informed me. And when I went and saw that...
Is that an honor? Huh?
Arnu told me to mention this too. In a match with the Japanese guy I played with back then, he said, "The top athletes in definition," he says, he made it clear, "are the Japanese guy and Mike Kefalianos." And he came, I remember, to Nexpo, and he says to me, "Please do a double biceps pose for me." And I have the photo where he comes, I do the biceps pose like this, and he comes and does the biceps pose for me, or rather to tell me core.
Think about it.
It's crazy. And they had him in front of me from here to 3 meters away, and he kept doing this to me, and I've even had breakfast with him.
Is he nice? Does he seem like it?
Amazing, amazing, but very strict.
Yes, definitely.
Very strict.
And he is from that generation.
Of course.
That's how it goes.
Does he always recommend free weights when giving advice?
Yes.
He always says that, even now.
Well, Mr. Michalis, thank you very much.
Be well, my Konstantinos. I was very glad too, my friend. In our familiar diversity, we made an episode.
I think all the audience's questions were answered well.
They went very well. My friend? Thank you.
Thanks for staying until the end. Also, you can let Kostas GR know about supplements so we can finish the video.
Of course.
Hello.
Hello, take care.